Okay, so in this video I'm going to discuss the basics to electricity. Now this is a new base I've created. There are some mods in this. There's an Android right here. Don't worry about all that. We're just sticking with the basics of electricity. I have not researched the battery. So what I'm doing right now is my guys are creating a wall room here. And I have 2 doors here and 2 doors here. And the reason for this is because I'm going to freeze this room. This is going to be a hallway eventually when I get my entire base done. But you'll notice there are 3 air conditioners. Now these are the air conditioners. Now most people, when they play and they create air conditioners, they put them on the outside of the wall facing out somewhere. And then maybe sometimes they create a wall structure coming over with a door so that way you can go in and out, and then they unroof that part. That way it protects the AC units in case there's raiders that come. Because raiders, if they see the AC unit, they will smash it to go in. I, however, have been doing this for some time, and I put my units that are going to be air conditioners, freezing the main freeze room, I always face them out into the hallway. The reason why is because when a cold snap happens, it will stay somewhat warm in here. And as I create my base pretty big, and I have a big hallway and I have vents, there's vents here. When I eventually get all this built, I'm going to have vents sticking out into the hallway. And when your base is really large, 3 air conditioners won't overheat it. It will just keep it at a normal temperature, believe it or not. But when a cold snap happens, it will help. So let's get on with this. As I said, I have not researched. Let me go to research here. I have not researched the battery. I did start off with electricity. You can see the battery's not even researched, but we'll go ahead and do that. That's one of the first things you do want to research if you already have electricity researched. Now, there are 3 things that you need for electricity. You need power generators. There's a lot of different things that create power. You start off with well, depending on how you start off, you normally start off with the wood-fired generator, the chem fuel power generator, and the wind turbine. Now there are different mods out there that allow different things. I have several mods, but because I'm early game, you do not see all the things that generate power. So you need 3 things. You need something generating power, and then you need, over here in Architect, click Architect, go to Power, and that's where all your power stuff will be. The second thing is you need power conduits. Now these are your power cords. So let's go ahead and place some running along here. Okay, and this is where I'm planning on building a wall anyways, because this is going to be my kitchen. And because I have a bedroom here, I know I'm going to need lighting in there and everything. So we just run this right up here. Now, at the beginning, I highly suggest people here's what I'm going to do with this. Watch this. I'm going to run this down here, then over. Okay. Let's get over a little bit. And then all the way over here. So they will lay down all this power strip cord stuff. Okay. And then here I'm going to bring it up. And I'm going to go over, up, and then we'll do it right here. I'm going to put a power generator, which will be the wood-fired fuel. I'm going to plop it right here. Okay? So eventually they're going to build all this, and the wood generator is going to create power. Then it's going to flow through the power conduit cords, all through here. But it's going to power my AC units. They are not working right now because there's no power. So this is the very beginning of this. So basically, you're literally watching this happen. I will run my power cords as best I can through walls. The reason you want to run them through the walls and not the regular floor is because the walls help protect them. There are going to be times when they blow up and you don't want them on a walkway and one of them just blow up while one of your animals happen to be walking through there, or one of your people, because it will set them on fire sometimes. And I have never seen it kill them, but I know that it can hurt them and knock them out pretty bad. So they're already starting to work on the power generator. Oh, and another pro tip, go to Architect, and if you just click the power, you will see highlighted where the power cords run. So you can tell they've not finished this one, and they've not finished over here, but they're going to. See, he just did that. So if I put a lampshade over here and one over here, they will, it's close enough to reach. So my bedrooms here will get power. I can't put anything real far over here, but I could put a lamp somewhere here and anywhere through here, and the lamp over here will still connect way over there. Okay, so there is somewhat. Now see, those are where the air conditioners are connecting. Now the next thing you need to do to freeze a room is select your air conditioners, and you have all three coolers. You're going to go to the -18 Fahrenheit or Celsius or whatever. Let me pause it. Somebody's attacking me. So you want to, if it's on F Fahrenheit, you want to get it down to -20. Now it's 2, now it's 20. It will freeze this room. Now, one more point. My guys in the kitchen are going to be dropping meat off and going back and forth. This is letting air out. This is why you want 2 doors. If there was 1 door here and they only had to go through 1 door, so much air would be let out, it would freeze the kitchen. But because they go in here, and then as they open this door begins to shut, it does stop some of the air. Later, when I have auto doors, when you research auto doors, the automatic doors that open really fast, I don't ever change them out here, usually. I use regular doors because they're slow, and I want that. I want the people to go in here slowly, so that way by the time they open this door is shutting. So all this air doesn't just fly out. If they came in here and there was 1 door and they would open this door, a bunch of that air would shoot out into the dining hall and into the kitchen as they go back and forth. Now, my setup is very strange to a lot of people. I always put the kitchen beside the freezer room and then the dining hall besides the freezing room with 2 doors leading into both. Why? The kitchen people will go back and forth dropping off meat and getting meat to cook. But when somebody's hungry, they will generally come through the dining room and come through here to grab their meal and come back up here to eat. Now, I will set up spots for my meals. I have 21 meals right now, but they're actually in my regular storage down here. You see them? They're simple meals. Oh, I got a slave that's going nuts. And I do have some mods on here. Okay, he's down. I do have some mods on here. There's 2 vampires there. There's coffins. They sleep in the coffins. Don't worry about mods too much, but we're just dealing with basic electricity. So this generator is now working. If you click the generator down at the bottom, it will tell you what it's doing. Power output 1,000 watts. Okay, and it also says fuel and how many days it'll last. Some things do not have fuel because they're different power generators, like wind turbines. Okay, I suggest you make 1 wood generator at the beginning and 2 wind turbines somewhere. When you create the wind turbines, I was telling my daughter this the other day. When you create the wind turbines, here's what you need to do. So let's go ahead. Oops. Okay, so let's say I want to put a wind turbine. You can do it. You can press E to put it on the side. So let's say I wanted to put a wind turbine here. Now, I'm not going to do this, but let's just say I would run a power cord from the back to the wall, coming down here, okay? That way it connects. But if you click the wind turbine, this zone needs to be free of trees, and so does this, or else it will block it. So what I like to do is go down to Architect, go to Zone, and you would go to Growing Zone. I would create a giant growing zone here and all the way through here, and I would make something like hay grass or corn here or something. Hay grass is used for animals. It always comes in handy. You can really never have too much hay later on, especially if you got a pretty good farm. Corn is one of the best crops to grow, but it takes forever. You can still grow corn there. Now, the reason why you would put a zone here is because now you're taking up a ton of space. You're using all this space to grow crops and your wind turbine. So you're doing maximum benefits with the minimum space, okay? A lot of people don't understand, and so what they will do is they'll put down wood floors here or stone bricks, and that's good to keep the trees from growing. But if you already got a crop thing here and you got somebody working crops, they're going to cut the trees down regardless. So and plus, if they're always growing crops, the trees can't grow. So again, you'd have this whole space working for you. You would have a space growing crops here, a space growing crops here, then your wind turbine. And like I said, run a power cord down through here along the wall, connecting to the rest of it. Just so you know, you can still have crops here and then run a power cord through it. It won't hurt it, okay? In other words, you can still grow crops over the power cord. I hope this helped. This is the basics to electricity and beginning electricity. Like, share, and sub.